Welcome to Talkpoint. In a pivotal address from the White House, President Donald J. Trump has outlined several significant actions his administration is undertaking to address pressing national and international issues. These measures span economic policy, law enforcement, and foreign relations, reflecting the administration's proactive stance on key challenges. One of the most notable initiatives is the declaration of the national housing emergency. President Trump is considering this step to combat the ongoing housing affordability crisis in the United States. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent indicated that the administration is exploring various measures, including standardizing local building and joining codes and potentially providing tariffs exemption for certain construction materials. The declaration would mark the first national emergency related to housing since the 2008 financial crisis. On the domestic front, the administration is taking decisive actions to address rising crime rates in Washington, D.C. President Trump signed an executive order directing the National Park Service to hire additional U.S. Park Policy officers and U.S. Attorneys of Office for the District of Columbia to hire more prosecutors to focus on violence and property crimes. Additionally, an online portal has been established for Americans with law enforcement experience to join federal law enforcement branches to support operations in the capital. Internationally, President Trump has expressed dissatisfaction with recent Russian missiles and drone strike on Ukraine, which resulted in at least 50 fatalities and significant property damage. This comes shortly after a meeting between President Trump and Russia President Vladimir Putin in Alaska, where efforts to negotiate a ceasefire were made but yielded limited progress. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt stated that President Trump was not surprised by the ongoing conflict but remains committed to ending the war, noting that both parties may not yet be ready to reach peace. President Trump is expected to address the situation in a statement later this week. In a related development, President Trump issued an executive order imposing a 25 ad valorem duty on imports of articles from India, which is reportedly importing Russian oil. These measures aim to strengthen the United States' positions in response to action taken by Russia against Ukraine. These actions underscore the administration's commitment to addressing both domestic challenges and international concerns as developments unfold. The White House is expected to provide further updates on these initiatives. For more information on these topics and other updates, visit the official White House website at www.whitehouse.government. Stay informed and engaged as these significant developments continue to evolve. Thanks for watching Talkpoint. If you found this update informative, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for the latest coverage of events shaping the Middle East and global news.